headache, a tension headache, a migraine headache, coenzyme Q10 is necessary. Anybody who's ever had periodontal disease, whether it's gingivitis or some kind of problem with the gum, coenzyme Q10. Exercise performance. You will be able to run further, walk on a treadmill longer, ride the bicycle harder. Coenzyme Q10. CoQ10 is the spark plug for life, and it makes the immune system work that much better. I love to see asthmatic patients take coenzyme Q10 every day, because when they start breathing better and they use the nebulizer less and less, they actually can see the correlation between Q10 and asthma. Every neurological degenerative problem, whether it's multiple sclerosis or neuropathy or any problem with the sciatic nerve, any neurological degenerative problem will be remarkably enhanced with energy when coenzyme Q10 comes into factor. And look, guess what, Jack? We haven't even mentioned the big major player of his life. Those are just that's the fluff. Fucoidan, F-U, and it's pronounced C-O-Y, like koi, and D-A-N is pronounced like D-O-N, Fucoidan. And the Fucoidan, it's neat. It's an inhibitor of tumor cells. And I'm talking about major steps of it, from the adhesion portion to the colonization, inhibiting tumor cells, preventing metastasis. That's where a bad cell tries to share and move along and spread to another portion, like go from bone to lung or from prostate to the brain. We don't want that. We don't want bad cells going over here and making more bad cells, so we prevent metastasis. And the whole time it does this, the way it inhibits tumor cells, it stops those tumors from making new blood vessels. That's called the anti-angiogenesis properties. It's real neat. And the whole point of Fucoidan is that it bolsters the immune system so remarkably. And guess what? Nutritionally, Fucoidan is used in Australia to reduce plasma cholesterol levels. We're talking about raise good HDL, bring down bad LDL. And the whole time Fucoidan is working in your blood system, it's like a posse out there grabbing up the bad guys. It's protecting you against toxins and pollutants. Back over there earlier, we sicked Ester C to go lasso these rascals. Now we have a protector, a day-to-day protector, protecting us against toxins that come in and pollutants before they're ever even captured. And when you talk about a mineral chelated complex being empowered, the trace minerals are just going to get very electropartically, excitably usable for us. And macrophaging, that's a little Pac-Man that's designed by God to eat bacteria, viruses, cancer cells, gunk and junk that's in the blood. And many times a macrophage is so prone and so in love with cholesterol that it'll stuff its little mouth with cholesterol and can't do the important work of cleaning up cancer and viruses and bacteria and funguses and parasites. But Fucoidan empties the mouth of the macrophage from cholesterol because it corrects the plasma cholesterol level and allows the macrophages, the little Pac-Men, to do their work and to go in there and clean house and to get rid of the stuff that's trying to kill us. It's the best thing I've seen yet to deter infection. On the next slide, we talk about how Fucoidan enhances the cleansing properties. We're talking about the blood. When we look at it under a dark field microscope, we physically can see the blood moving and channeling much better. It doesn't clump. It doesn't aggregate. It doesn't clot and form blood clots. It just keeps the blood neat. When they did studies, double-blind studies, they used Fucoidan over here to make sure the blood was not clotting irregularly or forming clots, not getting aggregated or clumped together. And they compared it to a prescription injectable drug called heparin. And you know what? I believe we're going to see a lot of physicians in the world market utilizing Fucoidan in their hospital administration just because it cleanses the blood and lessens the probability of blood clots. It'll certainly improve your joint mobility. The way Fucoidan works, it goes in there and it breaks down tissue buildup. See, when cartilage and bones get all this gunk, the bones get sore and inflamed and immobile and frozen up. This is going to be great stuff. People that have gone through bouts of ankylosing spondylitis where the whole joint system is just frozen up, they're going to be very amazed at how we lessen up the freezing up. It mobilizes the stem cells. You know, there's a lot of stem cell research going on today, but we're talking about not adding any stem cells from outside sources, just taking the stem cells that God gave you in your DNA and mobilizing those to regenerate healthier tissue. That means better brain, better liver, better lung, better heart, better colon, better skin, better everything, better metabolic activity in the liver too. Phase 1 and Phase 2 detoxification. Look, we're moving out bad cholesterol. Look, we're moving out bad 16-hydroxyestrogen. We're getting rid of bad steroid markers. We're actually making the body liver healthy, minimizing damage caused by high sugar levels. A lot of people have a lot of problem with diabetes and sugar imbalances. This is the perfect nutrition to minimize the damage. You're going to notice softer, healthier, stronger skin. And by the way, the major sugar that makes Fucoidan so powerful is called fucose, F-U-C-O-S-E. It's a sulfate. It's a sulfur-derived, unique polysaccharide. Only God can make that. Speaking on the next slide, the anticoagulant activity, I just want to highlight that because we're talking about antithrombotic. That means that if somebody were trying to form a blood clot, Fucoidan has literally been used medically as an anticoagulant, antithrombotic, to make sure that things break down sensibly and work properly. And whenever you start making blood unsticky, working with the cholesterol-lowering activity and the oxidation of the cholesterol, it's pretty neat. By the way, Fucoidan is primarily a sea plant, immune system, powerful protector. In other words, the plant. By the way, this stuff is grown in the pristine, cold, ice-cold waters of the oceans, down around Australia, up around Siberia, northern Japan, areas like that. And when we say pristine, we're talking about no oil slicks, no gasoline byproducts, talking about deep in the water. And the way they harvest it, we hire certified divers. These divers are organic certified divers, and they use this special GPS tracking system, the same kind that you use in your car to get you from here to there. That GPS tells us exactly where to harvest, when to harvest, and we only harvest the immediate point of harvest is after the spores